Hello and very warm welcome to Startup Central. I'm Vikram Oza and you're joining us here on ET Now on a show that puts the spotlight firmly on startups, on technology, innovation, disruption, in fact, anything and everything that has to do with the new economy. So if you have a unique idea, if you want to share feedback, you can pitch to us on suc@etnow.tv. That's our email ID. To the used car marketplace Spinny. Yes, I know some of it like to call it pre-owned, but call it what you may. This is the business of buying and selling cars that have already been owned. Spinny, for one, has raised $47.3 million with Nandan Nilekani's Fundamentum partnership leading the round, along with General Catalyst Partners and KB Financial Group. And from what I know so far, Spinny plans to use these funds to bolster their technology. They want to have a better customer experience for their customers and to expand into newer cities. All that is on the agenda, but let's hear from the company directly. Niraj Singh is founder and CEO of Spinny, and he's joining us from Gurgaon on this edition of Startup Central. Firstly, many congratulations, Niraj. This is great as far as a funding round is concerned, a substantial sum of money coming in. But tell us about where you stand on the funding front now and what the immediate plans are.
Thanks a lot, Vikram. This is a great validation from our existing investors and new investors for the company. So basically, proceeds from this round will be used to strengthen our technology and product further and add more people into our leadership team. And we will also use the proceeds from this round to strengthen our existing markets and to enter a few new markets.
Industry reports I've been reading, for every new car that is sold in India, approximately 1.3 used cars are sold. How true is this?
Right.
Because I'm just wondering about the potential as it stands as of now.
True.
What have you observed?
That is absolutely true, Vikram. So last year, 4.4 million used cars were sold in India against around 3.5 million new cars. So if you look at the people who are fueling the growth of the Indian used car market, so most of the buyers are below age of 35 years. So they are basically educated, fully informed, no nonsense kind of people. And they have started earning very recently in their life. And with their limited budget, they want a car which can match their aspiration. That is why they look out for options in second hand. So we see basically tremendous growth opportunity in this market due to that kind of mindset of the people.
True, but also this is a line of business where there have been a lot of unorganized players as well. So currently, where does that split stand between the unorganized sector in the used car space and the organized ones?
So yeah, right. So Vikram, in 2015, around 8% of the market was organized, and that number now is around 18 to 19%. And we expect that in next 4 to 5 years, that number should be around 35 years. So market is becoming more and more organized, and the reason is same, that if you look at the buyers who are fueling the growth of the market, so basically they are relatively younger people, and they expect transparency, they expect quality, they expect seamlessness, and they also want to be treated in a certain way. So their expectations, around quality and around experience and around transparency is pushing the market more and more towards organized segment.
And what kind of cars, what kind of vehicles are selling the most from the ones that you have in your kitty, the ones that you see come in and go out, and where are they selling the most as well? If you can tell us about that side of the story, because yes, you've painted a picture about your consumers that they are much younger, but tell us about what actually they are interested in.
Right. So they are mostly interested in hatchbacks and compact sedans and compact SUVs. So basically cars which can be bought in the price range of 3.5 lakhs to 6 lakhs in second-hand option.
Looking like for you, because you have the full stack business, something that Mr. Nilekani himself has pointed out as well. Tell us about this need to be in the full stack business,
Right.
because that really changes the business model a great deal. Wouldn't you agree?
So Vikram, we started with a C2C managed marketplace kind of model. We operated with that model for almost 2 years. And then we realized that if we really need to solve the pain points of customers regarding quality and trustworthiness and experience, then the model has to be a full stack kind of model where we are able to control the entire value chain end to end. Without that, it was not possible to solve those problems to a satisfaction level which we intended to. Right, so it is very imperative to have such kind of model if we really want to solve those problems at a absolute level.
That add to your cost? I understand you have these physical hubs, Niraj. They're called Spinny Car Hub. Tell us what exactly they do, and each of these hubs,
Yes.
how much do they cost to really set up?
Yes. Right. So, Vikram, a buyer will typically find us online. They will go to our website. All cars are listed there with all possible details, which are good enough to help them make up their mind. And once they have, zeroed in on any particular car, then we schedule their visit to one of our offline car parking hubs. They go there. They can physically check out the car there. They can take a small test ride also. And if they like everything and if they want to go ahead with the deal, then and there only they can complete the transaction. And other value-added services like insurance renewal, RC transfer, financing, all those facilities are also available there. So that for them it is a one-stop kind of solution, right? So basically, by this model, we are making sure that we are making sure that customers are getting good quality cars in a very transparent and seamless and convenient manner, and for them everything is under the same roof, right? So to set up these car malls, basically the car parking hubs, right? So we partner with shopping malls, and we use their unused parking facility, and due to that we don't have to incur very high one-time setup cost. So whatever car hubs we have set up so far, all those hubs are set up on that format only, and that is how we plan to keep expanding in near future. But beyond a time, we might need to set up these car parking hubs independently on our own.
Neeraj, the online to offline business model that you've created, obviously with these hubs, you will need to expand your business, and quickly at that, because you have competition biting at your heels. So if you're going to do that, because you're currently present only in 4 cities, what are your expansion plans?
Right. So by the end of this year, we should be present in all top 10 cities of the country, and we will be also increasing number of hubs in the existing cities as well. And by end of next year, we are planning to go live in top 25 to 30 cities of the country. But this year, we won't be expanding to too many cities, right? The priority is to go deeper in the existing cities and also to go live in the top cities of the country.
How much has your strategy changed in recent times? Because the auto sector is in a slump, and I would imagine that this is presenting an opportunity for the used car business. It's something we've reported as well at length at ET Now about how the used car business is flourishing in light of new sales dipping so much that the auto sector doesn't know how to grapple with it. But tell us how much of an opportunity it has been for you, how you've seen that change in recent times.
So we are not seeing any basically slump in our category, right? So the buyer enthusiasm is on a very higher side, and even with the introduction of BS6, we are expecting even higher demand after that, because after BS6, new cars will got costlier, and many people would like to switch to second-hand cars, right? So for us, this is definitely a very exciting time where we can tap into the market.
The competitive landscape I was talking about, because yes, even though the opportunity does exist in current times, there are players who are replicating that model, who are doing parts of your model as well. Cars 24, Car Dekho, they're all literally biting at your heels. So how do you stave off competition? What kind of differentiators do you create and stick to for the long term? There's Droom as well, there's OLX as well. What are the key differentiators that you're working on?
So our core focus has been on quality and experience, and when you combine these two things together, so basically we are trying to solve trust for our customers, right? So used car market in India, in fact, on everywhere, is a very highly trust deficit market. So basically we are trying to build the most trustworthy brand of India, that too coming out from the most notorious kind of market. And for that, we do realize that we need to solve the quality problem, transparency problem, and experience problem at a very different level altogether. So so basically our entire processes, products, data science team, everything is completely aligned and focused towards that only. So our NPS score is very high. We are seeing very high repeat rate. We are seeing very high reference rates. So all those things are a very great testimony to our efforts basically in solving these problems for our customers. So the way we are solving these problems in a very dedicated full stack kind of model is very differentiated from our competitors. What we are doing is nowhere closer to any kind of listing or managed marketplace kind of model, right? So our model help us ensure that whatever we are presenting to our customers, right, we have absolute control over the quality and the entire transaction process, right? So these are the differentiators which we are banking upon, and we are basically basically doubling upon on a regular basis, so that we keep ourselves differentiated enough.
No, fair enough. But tell us about your market share then, because that must be a target you must be setting and resetting. Currently, as it stands, what is your share in the used car business in India, and what are the growth targets that you're setting for yourself?
So we plan to capture 5 to 6% of the market in next 4 to 5 years. So when we reach that number, we should be doing somewhere around 30,000 to 35,000 cars a month. So that is the kind of goal we have set up for ourselves. And to basically reach that number, we do realize that what we are delivering, we need to keep improving upon that, and we need to basically we need to maintain that on an ongoing basis, right? So every car is called a Spinny short car, and every Spinny short car comes with 200-point inspection report. It comes with 1 year free warranty, and it comes with 5-day no questions asked money back guarantee. So basically this 5-day no questions asked money back guarantee is a testimony of our confidence in quality of our product, and in transparency of our process, and in fairness of the deal we offer to our customers.
But what about, and that's something I asked you earlier as well, what about margins and profitability? Where do things stand on that front? If you're setting these targets, where are we on the margins? How much have those grown in recent times? And on the profitability front, what is it now, and what are the growth targets that you're setting?
So in our first 2 cities, basically we started this business from Delhi NCR, and then we entered Bangalore, and then we started Hyderabad, and very recently we've started Pune also, right? So basically Delhi and Bangalore are our first 2 cities. So in these 2 cities, we are very close to contribution positive level, right? And we are planning that by the end of this year, all of our top cities should be at a contribution positive level, and by end of next year the company should be able to hit EBITDA neutrality, right? So that is the kind of business hygiene we are targeting internally, and meanwhile we are also planning to grow at a significant rate, right? So we are trying to figure out a balance where we are not compromising with the business hygiene, we are not compromising with the quality and experience, and at the same time we are able to grow the way we want to grow and hit our target numbers.
A lot of businesses in the startup universe and even outside, there are lots of collaborations and partnerships that need to be forged to grow the business faster. Are there possibilities that you're tapping into as well to grow your business?
So the model which we are following, right, that model complements with various players on the supply side and various players on the classified sides, right? So we work with them, we work with many partners to source our supply, and we work with many players to leverage traffic on their classified listing platforms.
Well, we wish you great luck on this journey that you've embarked on, and indeed we'll be watching your growth as it happens, and perhaps we'll have you back on Startup Central in the future. But for the moment, congratulations on this fresh round of funding. It's a substantial amount, and whatever you put into development of the brand, as it were, and scalability as well with the expansion plans that you have, we wish you great success. Thanks very much for joining us on Startup Central. And with that, it's going to be a quick breather now in this edition of the show, but much more coming up on the flip side. We suggest you keep it with us.